Tupac the legend. Yo, let's talk town business, man.
Yes.
My Giants, your Giants, everyone's Giants. The New York Giants get smacked the fuck up once again in prime time, man. I mean, man, I don't, when we first started the show in the summer before the season was underway, we was like super optimistic about the Giants. We, I was jumping. I'm not even gonna front. I was jumping out the window, talking crazy. I overestimated the defense, the offense, Daniel Jones, Mike Kafka, Wink Martindale, the whole shebang, man. It's terrible right now. The state of the Giants is fucking terrible, man. I want to get more into it, but Q, I want to go to you first, man. Talk to your boy. What's going on with my niggas, man?
Bro, my G's, I didn't even want to wear this fucking hat today, son.
Take that shit off and stomp on that shit.
I got so many Giants hats. I was about to burn one of them shits. I'm gonna burn one of the ugly ones, man. But yo, man, fuck we doing out here, man? Yo, Danny Dimes it's not looking like Danny Dimes right now, bro. Yo, fumbling and look. Granted, the O-line isn't that great. Receivers ain't getting wide open and he's under a ton of pressure. But dude, man, when you a quarterback, right, especially at the elite level he's playing, yo, you can't be throwing an interception right there, man. That shit reminded me of the same damn play that happened to Russell Wilson in the Super Bowl, bro.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, and then you fumble it, yo. And I'm not taking it. I had him at like number 5, I think, when we did top 5. You know what I mean? And quarterbacks in the league in the NFC East. And,
not only that, Greg Jennings, man, used to play for the Packers. He's on Fox 5. I think he's on the Craig Carton show in the morning. He had him top 5 too in the NFC, man. It's not like we jumped out the window, man. I know. Listen, man. Tools wise, he's got the tools, man. I'm not sure what's going on, man. Fucking worst offensive team in the league, man. They've been outscored 95-15 in their fucking losses this shit. 64-3 at home. Nigga,
that's cheeks.
That's unacceptable. Right, you can't do shit like that, man.
Shit.
What was it? I heard. What was it? The stat is they have scored the least amount of points in the first 4 games of the season. And I think
95-15.
No, in the first 4 games. The last team to do this bad was, I think, the 1960s Jets. When the Jets score. Yo, we can't fucking score. We still haven't scored a touchdown in the first fucking half, bro. What the hell is going on, man? Yo, man, like I don't know if it's the bright lights. I don't know if it's the New York that's coming into Danny Dimes, but like somebody got to do something about it, because even Dabo looking like he's frustrated, and and Danny Dimes is talking about how he's talking about he doesn't mind
at home. Outscored 64-3 in our own fucking building, man. That shit is unfucking real, man. Danny Jones last game sacked 11 times.
Sacked 10 times. He was sacked 10.
Oh yeah, 10 times. 10
times. Paris Campbell 1 time.
Listen, I know Andrew Thomas is out. I get that. That's a very important piece of that offensive line on that left side. I get all that, but they got to scheme better. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Max protect, throw the tight end in there. I mean, do something, man. You got to do something, man. The Seahawks, they're a decent team, but they shouldn't be bowling us over like that, man. Listen, everyone knows the offensive line is crazy. I want to get into the special teams. I want to get into the receive. I want to get into everything, but I want to play a clip from Boomer Esiason the other day. Everyone is up in arms about the fucking offensive line, but he had a very good point. Tell me what y'all think of this, all right? This is Boomer Esiason on the show on WFN the other day.
Oh man, Boomer.
Sit here all damn day and talk about this offensive line and talk about the sacks, and I'm sure Al would be more than happy to take your calls about the offensive line. You know, I'm just going to tell you something. Troy Aikman said something on this broadcast last night that made me sit up and go, what? And what he said was that he was talking to Brian Daboll, or they were talking to Brian Daboll, as most broadcasters do before the game, to kind of get a little flavor of the team and what's going on. You know, a little background stuff. Yeah. How's this guy doing? How's that guy playing? Why isn't he getting any sacks? Why doesn't he have a touchdown pass? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Brian Daboll said to Troy Aikman, and I think I heard this right, and I'm not putting words in anybody's mouth.
Well, you better have heard it right.
I believe I heard it right, but it just kind of shocked me. They were talking about Daniel Jones, and Brian Daboll says, look, I'm always up. I'm always into it. I'm always geeked, essentially like that. I have the energy. I just have to get him going. And I'm like, Wait a minute, timeout. Did the head coach of the football team just say that he has to get his quarterback going, that they're paying $41 million a year to? I mean, I know that Daniel Jones had a great year last year for all intents and purposes. And, you know, quite frankly.
Ed, your thoughts?
I mean, you know, I was all in this year too with Danny Dimes, but I don't know. You can see the frustration. Like, I don't know if y'all saw Dable, like after that interception, he like threw the iPad at him.
Fucking tablet, man.
Yeah, you know, the tablet. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Danny Dimes this year. I don't know. He's just not there. You know, maybe he did what a typical athlete's been doing for years now. Had a good year last year to get the bag this year. And then, you know, take a step back because he's playing, you know, and I love him, but I got to be realistic. He played terrible. Like, he's fucking playing terrible. He's out here. I was watching that game. I was like, yo, motherfucker better be better off being a running back than a quarterback right now. That's how bad he's playing. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Like,
you know, fourth, not to cut you, fourth.
No,
I mean, first quarter. You remember the other day? I think they're on the 30-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 4th and 1.
Mm-hmm.
They go for that like quarterback, you know, that touch push. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't even practice that. They didn't even practice that.
The Eagles and Jalen Hurts do that shit in their fucking sleep, bro. That shit is just indicative of this whole fucking season, man. I get the offensive line is missing. I get all that, but where's all the plays to Darren Waller? Where's Jalen Hyatt to take shots downfield?
Bro.
Obviously, Saquon makes his team a different team, brings a different dynamic, opens up the offense, so to speak. But for you to have to get your quarterback motivated,
something wrong.
That's something wrong, man.
Something wrong right there, man. Something wrong. Like, it was so bad that we were talking about it and right before we got on. Yo, he only targeted Waller for the first time in the third quarter. Like, you bring that guy in to be like one of your main targets, and then you throw his your first pass to him in the third quarter. Like, you know, off rip, you're not gonna fucking win the game if you throwing your first pass in the third quarter to your best offensive weapon. You know, now that Saquon is out, you know, Waller's that dude. You know what I mean? At some point, we talk about the offensive line. This is the offensive line that, but come on now. There's ways, like you say, like you always said, there's ways to scheme shit differently to get your shit going. Like, come on now. 90, what is it? 95-15? What is it? We've been outscored?
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable for New York. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You could fucking resurrect whoever the fuck you want. YT Title or all them niggas. That's no fucking excuse. You got to come out here and ball it, bro.
And Daniel Jones, man, it's kind of common sense, man. We all know he can ball. We can't question his athleticism, all right, because that's not what we're questioning. We know he can run the ball. We know he could throw. We know he has an arm. All right, we know he can see the field when he wants to see the field. But now what we're questioning is his decision making and when he's under pressure, because he's not making anything happen.
Nothing.
And plays that there's possibly something that could be done. He's not making any audibles. He's not changing anything. Is he even noticing some of these blitz packages again? Yo, it's kind of common sense when the team knows we don't have Saquon Barkley. Fuck, we're gonna do. We're not gonna keep shoving the ball down Breda and getting you guys to, you know, keep us real. Nah, we're gonna eventually end up having to throw the ball, but they ain't changing none of the packages or the schemes. You know, they're doing the same. Yes. It's consistently always the same thing. Yo, how many times? And watch the game this weekend and watch them. I guarantee you, there's gonna be at least fucking 60% of their series are probably going to end up starting with at least 2 run plays, and it's going to be a total of
very predictable.
5 yards, and then next thing you know, you're 3rd and 5, and then there's pressure being on the Daniel Jones, and then now we do nothing, or we only gain 2 yards, and then what the fuck? And it's just, you know, he has to understand what's being thrown at him in those situations. That's what he's getting paid his fucking money for, because at this point, he's not looking like he's a quarterback that should be getting paid $160 million
at all.
Evan Neal tripping out, giving up mad pressure. Josh Isudu gave up 3 sacks. Danny Jones makes a fucking mental error. Remember that? What did he do? He did he fumbles. Remember, he fumbled, gave them short field, gave the Seahawks short field that led to a touchdown. Man, like, you can't.
He fumbled twice.
You can't make those mental mistakes. Listen, the honeymoon is over. I love Dable, but the honeymoon is fucking over.
Yo, and that's another thing you mentioned, coaching. They literally wasting the coaching because you got a guy like Kafka. Look what Kafka did with Kansas City. Like, use that motherfucker. Open up the fucking playbook and use that guy. It's like you said before the show. Where was Wyatt? What was Hyatt? My fault, Hyatt. What was Hyatt? They're not using Kid. You, like I said earlier, your first target to your best offensive weapon right now in the third quarter. Like, like what are these guys doing? Like, you could tell the frustration in Dable's face, and Daniel Jones is just like, whatever. He has that whatever face. Like, I remember when people used to rip Eli, because Eli used to have that whatever face.
That all shuck shit. Yeah,
exactly. But guess what? Eli still brung us 2 chips. What is Danny Dimes doing? That's that insole that he threw, not the one not the pick 6, the one after that. That he kind of got rushed and he like jumped and threw it straight to the defender. Like, throw that shit away, bro. Don't fucking throw it downfield. Throw that shit away.
He's running for his life. It's all check downs. It's all fucking screen passes, throwing to the flats. Fucking, you can't even get no real play action off. You can't get no shit down the field because as soon as you hike the ball, you got 3 fucking rushes in your face. So you can't even. You have a Jalen Hyatt in the game. You can't. He doesn't even have time to get downfield.
Yeah,
because Danny Jones is being pressured. So. Listen, man,
it's not looking good for them. Next 3 games, next 3 games, they could easily lose the next 3 games too.
Yeah, so let me ask you, because that brings it up, and this was something I wanted to ask you guys. Right now we know we're 1-3, and we played the Miami Dolphins, and then we played the Bills,
and the Commanders,
and then the Commanders, and I think it's the Raiders after that. But for some reason, we always played the Commanders good, and the Raiders is just an up in the air team. But potentially, which seems like a 95% chance, we're gonna end up being 1-5 in the next 2 weeks. Like
over 1-5 is over.
Over. But when do you think there's ever gonna be any time during the season that the Giants just be like, fuck, we have to start all over, or maybe trade Saquon Barkley, or you know what I mean? Because
let the young kid, the Deontay Banks, is the Jalen Hyatt, or the Eric Grays on special teams. Let's not even talk about special teams. That's a whole nother story. But at the point where we're 1-5, I think you tank for Caleb Williams. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the tank for Caleb Williams going on, and you let the young kids try to develop, man. Because there's gonna be some there's gonna be changes. I wouldn't say major changes, but we knew the Giants weren't gonna be as good this year. We knew they were gonna take a step back to take a step forward, but never did I think it was gonna be this fucking bad. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't see this. I didn't see this coming. I thought totally opposite from what you just said. I thought they were gonna come in hard hitting this year, because last year with the receiving core they had, you add Waller. You fix the situation with Barkley. You add Paris
receiver though.
I know, but but I'm just saying, like,
they never fixed that.
Waller could have been our Travis Kelce, and they're just not using Blood right. They're just not using him right. You bring in Paris Campbell for what? For what? You know what I mean? Like, what is he there for? We
need a number one. We need a T. Higgins, man. Hopefully, like we talked about before. Hopefully, like you said, they paid Burrow, they paid Jamar Chase.
They gave Mixon money.
They gave Mixon money, so it looks like there's not going to be any money left over for fucking T. Higgins. So I want T. Higgins on this team next year, or you know what I mean, or somebody like on his caliber level, man. But time to listen. Let's not jump off the ship as of yet. But if they lose to Miami, which is quite possible, me and my man who about to come on in a little bit have fundamental arguments about Miami and the Jets. I mean Miami and the Patriots and shit like that. He thinks Miami's overrated, and I do tend to agree with him. Offensively, they're very gifted. Defensively, they have they're challenged, but they'll put up fucking 35 points on you if you're not fucking careful. When the Giants can't tackle anybody, they can't seem to rush the fucking passer. The cornerbacks are getting smoked. That cover two shit they play gets picked apart every fucking week. So it's not looking good against Miami, but fuck it, fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying?
They were playing like a Pop Warner football team. I feel like I don't even know who's the hottest college football team right now. They could have come in easily and scored 35 on the Giants. Like that's how bad they've been this season. Like I haven't even watched the full game because it's just been so bad, bro. It's just been so bad. I just walk fucking away. I just can't take this shit no more. I can't take this shit.
I came into this season not thinking they were gonna have a much better record, but because I thought they were gonna be at least 2-2 at this point. I kind of figured we were gonna lose to the Cowboys and the 49ers. I just didn't, and I kind of figured we were gonna beat the Cardinals and the Seahawks, or at least have a better game. But I didn't expect us to play this terribly. We can't even score in our hometown. This is town. This is town business, man. Hometown business, and we can't even fucking score in our. That's just bad, bro. And then I know you brought up that you wanted to bring Caleb Williams in, but then that shit just fucking makes my blood boil because we just paid him all this money, and now we're gonna.
We can get out of that deal.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
We can get at that deal. It's really only a 2-year deal. It's a 4-year deal, but it's really only a 2-year deal. So, we can get out of that deal. There's ways to get around shit in the NFL.
To Q's point, now that he mentioned that we can't score at home. You know how much we scored at home this season? We only played 2 home games. We only scored 3 points, a fucking field goal in 2 home games, bro. That is bad, bro. That is bad.
I don't know Mike Kafka. I don't know who it's on Mike Kafka. Ultimately it's on Dable, but Kafka. Yeah. I mean, the playbook looks bad. It looks inept. It looks weak. But it's so many different things. Like you said, it's the offensive line. It's the lackluster play. It's the defense not being able to make tackles. I mean, Thibodeau, he's coming on a little bit. I think he had another sack this week.
Yeah.
O'Keefe, I feel like O'Keefe misses fucking like crazy. All he does is miss tackles, man. This shit is bananas, man.
It's like playing Madden with the hit stick. That's all he getting hit stick by
they
juke him
offense. They can't. For you not to be able to tackle, there's a lack of discipline, man. There's a lack of fucking drive and hunger.
Jackson can't tackle. They can't do shit.
None of them. Let me ask you about Evan Neal real quick before we bring my boy on. He's talking reckless, man. I understand. Look, no one likes getting booed, right? Obviously, no one likes getting booed. Everyone's human. I get all that, but he's saying a lot. He said some real crazy shit the other day, man. What do you think of the comments he said? Basically said that the Giants fans are sheep. I'm trying to look for the exact quote. The Giants fans are sheep. Here. You got it right there. Read it. Yeah. Can you read it off?
He said, why would a lion concern himself with the opinion of sheep? The person that's commenting on my performance, what does he do? Flip hot dogs and hamburgers somewhere.
Yeah.
But I thought he was fucked up by saying that, but he did say that he's challenging the fair weather Giants fans, like the casual fans that just want to tweet away and talk shit. But and
then he says, I mean, I get it. They want to see us perform well, and I respect all of that, but nobody wants us to perform well more than we do. And how can you say you're really a fan when we are out there battling our asses off and the game isn't going well, but the best you can do is boo your home team? So how much of a fan really are you?
Yeah, that's why I agreed. I was like, you know what? That's why I'm always number one for say, yo, if you talk shit about us, fuck you. But then when he talking about the fair weather fans, I kind of get that aspect, but still, like you said, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Go talk to Julius Randle. See how that worked out for fucking
exactly. Go talk to John Rocker and see
John
Rocker on
talk about
on the Braves.
Ask about us New York fans. We're very loyal to our team,
especially since he's a fucking turnstile on that line, man. Motherfucker just bowling through that motherfucker.
Maybe he needs to hit
he's fucking like a blind robot. That's what he's looking like, yo. Like shit, man. Like, yo, man. What Saquon say? Oh, Saquon was like, yo, you going up against the fans. You're going to lose every fucking time. Every single fucking time. If we want to chant, yo, there's so many fan bases, and he forgets that there's probably people who flip burgers who are still season ticket holders because it's in generations of their families. Nobody fucking knows. But, bro, we play hard. Yo, he's talking about, we playing hard when we're on the field. Are you sure you playing fucking hard? Because you missing blocks like a motherfucker when you let 3 people go through on the right side, and Daniel Jones is just getting body slammed in the floor like it's a fucking Street Fighter video game.
Word up, man. Listen, the thing is about us. Yeah, the thing about us New York fans, we will root for you even if we suck. If you give us something to root for, we will root for you. We will die hard for you, even if we fucking suck. But when you come out and you show that you just fucking not doing shit, and we're calling you out on it, and you want to be like a little, I'm sorry to say the word, but you want to be a little bitch about it and say we sheep, because we just see that you're just not playing to the caliber of the degree that we need you to fucking, you know what I mean? Come on now, what you expect? It's like you said, ask Julius Randle how it went. Like
he's rebounded. He's got himself back in the good graces of the fans. LeBron said this shit a couple years back. I don't know if you remember. He said like when the fans were booing him, he said, listen, the fans are going to go back to their little pathetic lives, and I'm going to go back to I'm paraphrasing, I'm going to go back to my mansion and my great life. I'm going to live the rest of my life great. That's being tone deaf if you're a fucking professional athlete. You know what I'm saying?
No type of awareness because you don't know the fan that's probably going through something in life right now that, seeing your major team win, that brings good vibes, good energy to a person. And then when you got one of these guys saying shit like we sheep and shit, what do you think we're going to do? We're going to fucking lash out. We're going to turn our backs on your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Al, turn your phone sideways. Can you do that for me?
I do give him credit for him saying apologizing, saying that he lashed out, but you know,
Yeah, man, like yo, he's blown out of proportion, man. Like that's how you can see, like he knows he's having a shitty season and it's getting to him, man. This is a hard,
Yeah.
this is a hard state. This is a
Yeah.
hard state. This is a hard
Yeah.
state to play for.
Yeah.
Number one, and when
Yeah.
you're playing this bad and your team is just doing that bad, just not you. You know, you got to take it and roll with the punches. Y'all all collectively have to do better. It's not just
yeah.
you. It's 52 other people. Do something on that team that's gonna spark people up and get
Word
people
up.
to make better plays and bigger plays.
Word
You
up,
know,
word
you
up.
can't just lash out on the fans, bro.
Yeah, take that
Facts,
energy
facts.
and put it onto the field. Like, you know, take it out on a motherfucker that you blocking or some shit like that. Don't take it out on us. Like, you know, we just calling you out on your fucking play. You know,
Oh, facts.
Man the fuck up and play better. That's all it is. That's all it fucking is.
Absolutely. Yo, let's go.